What's up, y'all? Jayceon, last name Ditto. Jayceon Ditto. Alright, so boom. Oh, before I start anything, this shirt is from Random Tees. Before y'all gotta, and this video goes with my shirt too, so y'all already know where this is about to go. Solid. Um, but yeah, it's from Random Tees. They're a dope ass like t-shirt company. They make these dope ass t-shirts, and yeah, this is one of them. It's pretty fire. I like it. I enjoy it. It's cool. It's real regular. But and I have another pair. I have another pair of those of these t-shirts that I wore. A black and white version. It's on my Instagram. If you're following me on Instagram, then you've seen it before. What's up? What's up? What's up, YouTube? I feel like every time I'm about to do these type of videos, I turn into a whole nother person. Um, but so there's this video going. Well, I've been getting tagged and requested to my table. My kitchen table is dirty. This video basically is gonna be a response to a lot of things that's been going on, a lot of things that's been being said, a lot of new things that's been coming up as far as my personal life goes, my relationship and things like that. Y'all know already, after I left the old channel, I refused to really talk about or address anything that had to do with that channel and with the person I used to be with back then. I avoided speaking about it. I avoided going on a topic about it. So, but I felt inclined to do a video today because I want you guys, because you guys have been following me before YouTube, before my relationship. There's a lot of people that have been riding with me way before, like for the last 3-4 years, like before everything. So I feel like, you know, a lot of people be like, oh, you don't owe nobody nothing, you don't owe nobody this, you could do your own thing. Sometimes you do owe some people stuff. There's people that never met me that, you know, have been like real supportive and that I've gotten advice from, that I've talked to, that have gotten advice from me, that look up to me, vice versa. So I feel like I owe it to you guys and some people that have been wondering. Sometimes it's not always the best thing to fully shut out from people who want to know. Some people want to be nosy. Some people just really care. Some people are really actually genuine in knowing what a person is going through and what is going through their mind with certain situations. Because when it goes bad, you guys are there also to support and to talk. When a lot of things happen with my past relationship, I ain't never got so much love before in my life. So much concerns from, you know, strangers, from people who just happened to, you know, see me on YouTube and just know what happened or whatever the case may be. So I felt inclined to really speak to y'all on that level regarding what's been going on. So to catch up some people who may not know or may know, me and my ex-girlfriend, who's also a trans woman, Aubrey, broke up about five months ago or whatever the case may be. And if I'm not really gonna go in details about her breakup video and my breakup video, if you want to see that, it's on our old page still, I think. I haven't been on that old page, so if it's deleted, it's not on me. I'm not sure. It could have been deleted, but most people know. So this response is basically to what she posted, I guess, 2 days ago, regarding her wanting to be back with me as far as a relationship or as friends or whatever the case may be. First things first, okay? Y'all know me. I like to tell stories. I like to include y'all. If I'm gonna talk about something, if I'm gonna actually respond to something, I want to go into details. I don't like the sugarcoating. I don't like the rambling of just complete nonsense. I like to actually break things down so you guys actually understand where my mind is at and my mindset and the actual storyline of everything. I don't lie. I don't pretend. I don't hide anything for YouTube or I'm not doing this for clout, because y'all know me. Whenever I do post, I try my best to not include anybody's name in anything I post or anything I do. I do everything on my own, for myself, on my own time. I don't try to build off my name off of nobody's name. None of that. So anything I say to you guys is truly, genuinely coming from me and how I feel mentally right now and where my head is at right now. Prior to this, me and her didn't speak, period, at all. Had no contact unless it had to do with YouTube. We only contacted each other through email, which is what I requested from her. I didn't want to have any contact with her physically, by phone, by text, nothing. After our breakup, when we broke up a week before she even posted the video. So a lot of people thought that, you know, we broke up and then she posted the video. No, that's not what happened. So when we broke up, we had broken up. However, y'all already know what happened. I don't really want to go too much details about the breakup because I don't want it to drag out and be a long video, because y'all know me, I will talk my head off. Y'all already know the breakup video was like 43 minutes, and I'm not trying to do that again. But we had broken up, and she just really felt like she wanted to post a video telling, you know, she's young, so her spread of the moment, I want to post a video, let my fans know that, you know, I'm single or whatever the case may be. And all of that built up from miscommunication between the both of us. Nothing really was talked about. She made up her mind and was just like, I'm out, I can't do this, that's it. At that time, I couldn't change her mind. I couldn't change how she felt. Nothing. How she felt at the time, nothing. Her mind was made up. And the thing about me is, if I'm not gonna pressure you to make a decision, I'm not gonna pressure you to change your mind. Not that I didn't fight for my relationship, but I cannot. It's a difference between fighting for your relationship, and then it's a different way having to feel like you have to constantly push somebody to stay with you. If they want to go, you know, you let them do that. Whatever else they find out on their way out there, if they come back, they come back. They don't, they don't. That's how I look at life. I, you know, told her, let's fix it. She didn't want to. I let you go. So the build-up started with us having miscommunication within our relationship. So that I can admit, she would talk about things she wanted in a relationship I wouldn't do, because for me it wasn't that important. I would talk about things that I wanted in a relationship and she wouldn't do, because for her it wasn't that important either. And since our needs weren't being met, shit went ballistic. But you don't get to see these things while you're with someone. When you step out of your relationship, you can also see things like, yo, this was happening, I didn't know. Because when you're in a relationship, it's happening, but to you, you have a certain type of loyalty. You have a certain type of hard grind for that person. So you're just like sticking around to make it work. But when you're able to step out for however amount of time, you're able to be like, okay, yo, this was going on, this wasn't fixed. So arguments, just constant like back and forth bickering about, you know, personal. That was our personal life though, which we never really put out there on YouTube. If y'all seen it, y'all seen it. But or Facebook or Instagram, we wanted to have that life where things go down in our relationship, which is any relationship, period. Things will go down, but you keep some of those stuff private to yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So those things were kept to us. There was an incident where one of her close friends, this guy, accused me of doing something, and this is something I was supposed to address before, and I never did, because I don't like to address things that, for one, are not true, and for two, when you constantly have to feel like you have to constantly defend yourself, it gets annoying, and it starts feeling like, did I actually do this? Because why the hell am I constantly being, you know, brought up? Why is my name in situations that I didn't even participate in? So she had made a video after we broken up. Like, her mind was just going 10 miles an hour and not thinking of any actions or anything that she was doing, which I'm not saying is okay, but with age, there's a lot of shit you do without really paying attention to what the fuck you're doing, and without thinking prior to acting. And that's her main problem. She doesn't think, she just do, and, you know, goes ahead, you know. But so her friend accused me of touching him inappropriately at her surprise birthday party that I threw for her at my house. I don't like to hang out with my partner's friends. I don't like to be around my partner's friends. I don't even like to talk to whoever I date's friends, to be honest. But because of me being such a nice person, me being such an understanding person, and being family oriented and being caring, I was like, before she met me, these are her friends. This is her family. This is her mother. This is her brother. This is her cousin. These are people that are around her that who she feel loved around. So me being the boyfriend I am, I said, well, if these are people that she loves, I will have to include them in my life some way, somehow, so she doesn't feel excluded and feel like I'm the only thing in her life. Which nobody should feel that way in any relationship. You know, your relationship should be important and come first, but your family and your friends should be also included. So I'm big on not letting people around me. I'm very big on not letting people in my house. I'm very big on my privacy. So, but her birthday was coming up in January. So I said, you know what? So I'm basically addressing two things. Yeah, you guys wanted me to address this so much. So I'm going to address that, and I'm also going to address her response video. I might split it in two videos, but I'm going to address this. It depends on how long it is. If it's long, then you guys will watch it, and, you know, it'll just be watched. And whatever. So January is her birthday. So boom. I'm like, she's having a birthday lingerie party a week after her birthday. But me knowing my girlfriend at the time, I'm like, okay, I know this girl no matter what. Even though she would love spending time with me for her birthday, which is what she did her previous birthday, this birthday I'm not going to let her do that. She's going to spend time with her friends. She didn't know. I decided to throw a surprise party for her at my house. I'm like, you know what? There's this one friend of hers that she's with all the time. And, you know, me and him communicate from time to time. I'm going to hit him up and have him hit all of her friends up and whoever she's close to. Because I know probably a good 4 or 5 of her friends. I don't know all of them and who she actually fuck with or whatever. So I told him, yo, send out a mass text to everybody you know she's close to. I'm going to surprise her. She's coming to my house this day. Have everybody be at my house. He did it. Sent everybody a mass text. Boom, 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 boom. One of my close friends got her cake. I got, like, you know, liquor and all of that at my house so that, you know, she could be with her friends the actual day of her birthday. So the day of her birthday comes, she comes to my house regular, like it's no big deal because she's having a surprise party, lingerie party, so it doesn't matter. She comes into my house and she's with Kaya, and I think that I deleted everything on my phone, so I don't even have the video of that. But she comes in the house and she's surprised as shit. Like, she was going through it. She was just like, oh my God. All her friends were here at my house, which she knows I do not let anybody in my house. Like, I cannot stress this enough. I'm very big. Like, you gotta be somebody that I've been around for years to really let into my house. So they spent time, blah, blah, blah. He alleges that the day that I put together a whole surprise party for my girlfriend. You know, they got drunk, they got high. I drink occasionally, so I took a couple of cups. I think I stayed sober that night because I knew she would be, you know, lit up with her friends and whatever the case may be. So I think that night I actually didn't even drink. They smoked, they, you know, did their thing, whatever the case may be. I was actually trying to, you know, be a host to the whole situation because this is her turn up. She's not going to be hosting her surprise event. I had got balloons for her and everything, like decorating my house and all that. So basically he alleges that I touched him while I was saying goodbye to him, like hugging him. Why would I have a surprise party for my girlfriend at my house, knowing my girlfriend is in the house still? She was not nobody where drunk to the point. I would never let my girl get drunk and hot to the point, whether or not she's in my house, she wasn't that lit up. She was in my room. Whether she was in my room or bathroom, I would never. First of all, why am I touching you? Number one, why am I touching you in my house? So, and then, not only does he alleges that, but he doesn't tell her when it happens. He tells her in March, a month and a half later. If you're a true friend and something like that truly happened, bro, you don't hold on to that for a month and a half. I'm sorry, but if I have a friend and I truly, it's whether I don't say shit because it probably didn't happen if I'm not sure. You know, understand what I'm saying? Or I'm going to tell you right away. Or I'm going to let the person that touched me know, yo, what are you doing? Not one time did you say anything to me if it really happened. Not one time did you even say anything, period, to anybody if it really happened. You understand? Don't play with me and don't play with my relationship. She brought it up to me in March. Like, yo, this person said this. When I tell y'all, I had never been livid in my life. And I think from that moment, from that month, because we actually broke up the following month, April 17th. Regardless of me and her having our problems within our relationship, regardless of whatever we had, once you have other people step into your relationship and start putting their mouth in their business, and this is something I always told her, your friends don't know their limit, and people do not know what is okay and what is not okay to bring into your relationship. Whether something is true or not, once you allege stuff like that, which is why even my friends only met her probably 2 to 3 times. That's about it. My friends, if I had to vent to my friends and I vent to my friends don't give me no advice. They be like, yo, bro, do what you want. They will never step to her. They will never talk to her about nothing. Like, or tell me anything about my girl. Because, period, this is my business. This is my life. This is my relationship. Do not play with people's relationships. So when he did that, her being young, her knowing this person for 8 years or whatever the case may be, she was torn. Do I believe my man that I'm with that doesn't do shit to give me a reason that he's cheating? Or do I believe my best friend that I know for years? And that's her reasoning. Which, me, anytime something happens, I always put myself in the other person's shoe. But I told her, like, we had one of the biggest arguments ever. And we argued maybe every week about that same situation. It went from her feeling like she didn't know who she should believe, to her feeling like she's leaving her best friend for me, to her feeling like just a whole bunch of mixed feelings, just arguments all the time. And I told her, I said, yo, I knew this would fucking fuck up everything that we have, because now we're arguing every day about this situation when I shouldn't even have to prove myself. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never cheat on you. I ain't never needed a reason to cheat on you. I ain't never give you one. So now, not only is all of this going on, all of this, there's just a whole lot of BS. And I guess on her standpoint, she couldn't handle it. It was just too much. It was just too much pressure, her not knowing what to do, and then our own personal issues as far as our relationship just caused a whole lot of unhappiness for her. And it got to the point where she was just like, yo, what the hell do I do? And for her, that was a decision she felt like was proper to make. So now that situation is addressed. Moving forward, the first week after we broke up, I had disappeared off of Instagram. I don't know if you guys remember, but I disappeared off of Instagram for a long time before she even posted her video. She posted her video, I posted mine about the breakup. I got back to New York from Orlando. We were still in contact. 2 weeks after that, I found out some crazy stuff. After we, some things that I just felt really strongly about. And from there, I called her and I said, look, don't ever call my phone. Even after we had broken up, I still had her on Facebook. I had her on Instagram. I had all our pictures, everything. Because to me, I knew she would come back. Because I knew it was a lot. It was too much for her. She couldn't handle it. So I knew eventually something will come back. But I told her, you post that YouTube video, it's going to be hard. Very hard. I don't deal well with public display of like my private life. It's different with me being on YouTube and trying to basically showcase YouTube that we can be like, this is how a transgender relationship is. But then it's a difference for me to have to put my personal business and my lifestyle and everything I go through with my relationship on social media. So that's why I really did not want her to do that, because then it complicates things. You understand what I'm saying? So when she did it, and I felt how I felt about whatever situation happened afterwards, I called her. I said, yo, don't call my phone. I'm blocking you from everything. Don't text me. Don't inbox me. Nothing. Email me if it has to do with YouTube. We share an email. Just email me and that's it. And that has been it for a very long time. That's why when you guys asked me on Instagram, do I speak to her? I didn't answer. Do you have any contact? I didn't answer because I literally did not talk to her. Period. Like, at all. Nothing. Zilch. Nada. Like, no contact. If it wasn't through email, I did not speak to her. I did not see her. I saw her one time because she wanted to get her stuff from my house. Packed everything. Gave it to her. And I think that was like, the first month of us breaking up. After that, I didn't see her for 4 months. 4 months straight. The first 2 months of the relationship, of the breakup, I literally was like, I need to sit and sorry, I got thirsty. The first 2 months of the relationship, of the breakup, I was like, I need to sit and really figure out where I'm at mentally, what is important to me, what do I like, get back to me, like I felt like, not that there was anything wrong in my relationship, but I dedicated a lot of me to the relationship, and I didn't get the chance to dedicate a lot of me to me. You understand? And when you get in a relationship, it happens sometimes, and you don't really get to see it until you step out and you step back. Like, okay, a lot of things are changing, but you don't really notice it right away. So I didn't talk to nobody. I didn't really, I didn't mingle, I didn't flirt. Like, that's why I was so happy, and you guys were like, why is he so happy? That was the main reason why. Because I really was just getting back to me and myself and what I like and what I'm into. So I was on YouTube doing my thing. From that, I started talking to somebody. I started taking someone serious. Why am I sweating? Talking to someone. I started taking someone seriously. Well, not seriously as in like, oh, we're about to go out. But I just started flirting with this girl. And we started mingling, we started talking. I believe at the time she was also talking to somebody, or whatever the case may be. I'm not sure. I didn't really that's her story, not mine. But yeah, I started getting to know someone, just talking, mingling, just dating. Me and the person didn't get to the person lives away from New York, not in New York, and we conversed, text, we getting to know each other. This was the second month into the breakup. But she didn't know this. She didn't know about this. When I called her and told her not to ever speak to me again, I guess she figured that we would never get back together. We would never be on that level. So I don't know what exactly took place within that time. We talked about everything afterwards, but I'm going to get about that down the line. What the I don't know what it is, but I think there's a fly in this house. The AC's on. I hope it dies. I don't know why there's a fly in here. So long story short, fast forward, within that time of everything going on, 2 weeks ago, she inboxes me. Now, I was on a plan to go see this person that I'm, dating or whatever. I would call it dating. I don't know what you guys call dating, because some people call dating actually talking to people. That's what I call dating, just talking, like getting to know someone. Some people call dating actual relationship. But the dating where you just talk to someone and get to know them, that's the dating I'm talking about. Me and this person were talking or whatever, and I planned on going to see them. This was before this, I literally, anytime you guys ask me where, Ange was, Aubrey was out of my head. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I told her the same thing, when me and her started actually talking back. I told her, literally, if you would have told me that or 2 weeks ago, I would have been like, no. Nothing at all. She emailed me 2 weeks ago, and it was like, I don't recall the exact words, because I don't really want to pull up receipts and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be. I'm not a big fan of that. But it went along the lines of, I've been thinking about you, I miss you, and I don't know how to feel anymore. I don't know how I feel anymore. On some, through email. Because, once again, We didn't keep in contact. We didn't speak. We didn't see each other. Nothing. So her mom would talk. I still spoke to her mom here and there. Her mom called me one time crying, like she misses me. Like I built a bond with her mother. I built a bond with her family. You know, it was. I'm a very respectful person. So even though I did not get in contact with her, even though I did not speak to her, I did not see her, I did not talk to her, I spoke to her brother, I spoke to her mother, and her mother was very disappointed in her, hurt, went off on her. Like, it wasn't just YouTube going at her, it wasn't just, this is her whole surrounding, but this is a decision she had to make for herself, and a decision she had to fix for herself as well, a feeling she had to feel for herself. This is something she did for her. So it wasn't like, whatever. So she wrote me, and I was like, what? I was just like, what the hell am I supposed to say to this? And I let the email sit there for a whole entire day, and I called my best friend, like, yo, what do I say to this? Do I even answer? Should I answer? My best friend is like, yo, answer. Find out what it is that she wants. Find out why exactly is she writing writing you this now. Like what happened within those, like why, So I'm like, okay, let me respond. So I responded, and around those lines, she's just like explaining to me everything, because we never actually got to talk after she posted her breakup video. We talked a little bit, but it wasn't like no conversation. It was just like, oh, I hope you're good, or I hope you're alright. Like, it was those little, like, talks here and there, but no real conversation as to what actually went down and anything. So I guess she had her time to focus on her, figure herself out, figure out what happened, figure out where it is she went wrong, and everything just blurted out in the email. She was just writing everything, like, yo, just explaining to me that, everything that she said in the video, feeling like she rushed the decisions. She was scared because she never really been in a relationship. She's 19 now. She doesn't know how to actually, she didn't know how to feel. She didn't know how to sit there and be like, look, let me think about this. Let me figure this out. For her, it was just like, well, I'm dating this guy who's older than me, and I'm 19, and I didn't get to have a good time. I didn't get to do this. I didn't get to do that. My best friend is saying that he touched them. We having our own problems. I told him I want to have sex, and we're not having sex. So it was just, this is her explanation that everything just too much pressure for her, and she just didn't know how to handle it, and felt like me wanting to fix things was just me trying to do damage control of whatever the situation may be, versus me actually trying to put the brakes on whatever decisions she was trying to make at the time. And from there, she called me and explained to me how she felt and stuff like that. So I think on her video, people are commenting saying that she should have spoke to me first. She spoke to me first. She told me everything that she said in the video. She told me first. She expressed herself to me first 2 weeks prior. Hit me up, like, like just letting me know everything. Like, she felt like she needed this time to literally not only step out the relationship, but step out of herself and whatever the hell, all the decisions that she's been making, that she made within our relationship, after our relationship, everything she did within that time that we were single. She needed to really sit there and be like, yo, you behaved immaturely, you moved on too fast, you're moving forward too fast, you're trying to be this person that you don't really need to be, you're trying to live this life that you don't really necessarily do. Just because people are telling you, oh, you're 19, you're gonna need to have fun, doesn't necessarily mean you need to go out there and do that. Because for what reason? And she felt like she was incomplete, like she didn't have that person that she could come to, which was me, for a very long time, to be there with her, and to she just felt like she had a wake-up call where it was like, okay, yeah, this ain't what I wanted, this ain't what I left Jayceon for, this is not it. And she was just saying, like, her leaving me made her even realize that this was the worst decision she ever made in her life. And regretting every decision that she made afterwards and how she handled things, and really had time to sit and think and reflect, like, I have a lot of shit to fix. And the reason why she did it publicly is because she said that I'm not gonna publicly embarrass you or publicly humiliate you and not publicly apologize and publicly explain myself as far as what I did wrong to you. So she was the one that felt like she needed to do this. Because she did it publicly, she needs to also do it publicly, even though I knew privately beforehand. So I already knew she was gonna post this video. I just didn't know when. I didn't know how. I didn't know what she would say. I personally didn't want to do a response video, but like I said, you guys have, like, and I'm not even saying this to just say it, but you guys have been a part of me in a sense, because whenever I was bored, whenever I was at home trying to figure out what the hell to do with my life or with myself, I would go through my DMs and see mad, like, love and stuff. I would go on YouTube, post my videos, and see mad love. So I felt the need to explain to y'all everything that's going on and respond to her video. I see her maturity, and not only because of the video she posted, not even because of the video she posted, because she was rambling her mouth once again. She's not good at speaking. As much as people think that she loves the public and always talks, she's not a good speaker publicly. She's not a good, like, she gets misunderstood a lot because she just doesn't think and just speak. And she's starting to grow to try to change that and to try to fix that. A lot of times I would fix it for her. I would, so she needs to grow up and do it on her own. She's not good at expressing herself, if that makes sense, and expressing actually what it is that which point she's trying to get across. Whether or not me and her, now my response comes, whether or not me and her decide to get back together or move forward or be friends or anything, period, to be honest, it will have to be, I told her already, it's going to be hard. And when I say hard, and I told her, and she knows this, and I'm telling you guys the same thing, so it's not going to come as a surprise to her. It's going to be hard. And when I say hard, like, I already established with her that it will have to be a friendship. It will have to be a long line of a whole lot of things before we even get back down our route, because a bond was broken, loyalty was broken, trust was broken. So many things were broken that will have to get fixed one by one. And from here, there's 3 things that can happen. It could be the worst decision we make, and we end up fucking the shit up all over again, and then whatever happens, it happens. It could be the best thing for us as a comeback to know where we went wrong, where we didn't go wrong, and what was fixable, what didn't have to be fixed, what we learned when we weren't together, what we didn't learn, so on and so forth, and the relationship becomes even stronger. Or we just end up as great friends because we realize that it's not going to work out as a relationship. So I told her this. A lot of wrongs were made. A lot of things went wrong. Me as a person, not saying I changed as a person, but I'm a whole new person mentally. As much as people think that because I'm 25, I've been so experienced, this is my 3rd relationship and I'm 25 years old. This is actually my 3rd and longest relationship. That's why when people be like, oh my God, he's so experienced I'm not experienced in relationships. I just know how to act as a person. I just know how to act when I love somebody or when I care, period. So whether or not this doesn't come from me having multiple experiences or being with someone for a very long time, this is my 3rd relationship ever since I've been 25. I was never in a relationship when I was in my country. I came here, I barely spoke English, so it wasn't easy for me to just get in a relationship. When I got in one with a female prior to her, and before her, I was single for 5 years from my last relationship. So for 5 years, I dated, talked, mingled, had sex with people, but I never actually got in a relationship. I took someone seriously for a year and a half, on and off, but we never actually were in a relationship. So either way, this has nothing to do with me feeling like, whatever. Are me and her back together? No, not at this moment. No, we're not. So just to clarify that as well. Does she want me back? Yes, she does. Is she gonna have to work hard for it if it ever happens in the future? Yes, she will. She knows that already. A lot of things were would talk with us, and it was never shown in action fully entirely. She, admitted that she has to work on being able to deal with my culture, adapt to my culture, live through my culture, learn about me, learn about my culture, learn about everything, because she felt like she disregarded a lot of things. And this is coming from her. This is not coming from me. So I don't want you guys to be like, well, you're covering up for her, you're defending her. No, 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 no. This is coming from her. Yeah, I told her, like, this time, she said, this time, this is going to be you. I'm tired of everything about being about me, because you put me upward, you put me up a pedestal, you did your part, and I did you wrong, and I need to fix it. And I said, for you to fix it, it's going to take a lot. It's not going to take I just text you, or, I posted on YouTube, or, I did this. So everything she's been posting on Instagram, I already know. You guys send me that, I already know. You're not going to see me post about her. You're not going to see me do any of these things. When I decide that if or whether it happens of us getting back together, it will be on our own terms, and it will be very private this time around. I'm not saying that YouTube didn't help didn't make our relationship glow, because a lot of people started looking up to us, which is what I wanted. Like, I wanted us to have, whether or not we go through shit. I'm not trying to compare me and Beyonce, well, Jay-Z and Beyonce, to our relationship, but they went through shit. They go through shit. If that video wasn't never shown of Jay-Z, Beyonce and Solange and Jay-Z in the elevator, nobody would have ever known that even happened, because it happened. And then they went about their life, and it was found out 2 days later. That's what I mean. You don't. It's not necessarily that you're hiding the negativity of your relationship. It's just that you're protecting your relationship from getting, whatever. So I feel like this time around, I doubt we'll get back to having a couples channel. Even if we were to get back together, I personally don't see myself doing that, and I expressed that to her, because it's too much. You know what I'm saying? It's you start to worry about what goes on for YouTube and showing these people, which is not like it was never fake. Us being on YouTube was never fake, but we started putting stuff for YouTube up out there, and didn't really sit back and really realize that we had personal problems in our relationship that we needed to work on, that we didn't work on, and just kept putting out YouTube videos and worrying about, like, we would make a video, go about our day, and like if we had an argument which had to do with our personal stuff, we didn't even address that. So I want to ask everybody to just be, respectful of her, respectful of me. If people, want to really support us and understand where, give us that privacy, give us that whether or not we decide to move forward from here and become an item again. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not gonna happen, but I just hope that we are allowed to do that on our own terms. I expressed to her as well, like, she really, 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 really wants me back, but I expressed to her that social media does not need to know every little thing that we will be working on, or if we, when we do decide to work on things, or however that may be. I just don't need my life, my personal life, on that level again. That's why when you guys ask me, oh, am I talking to somebody, am I doing this, you guys didn't know. Oh, I forgot to also mention, she actually found out that I was talking to someone, and I told her that I wouldn't stop what I was doing and who I was talking to for her well-being. So even though she hit me up 2 weeks prior to me going, I ended up still going to see the person that I was, dating or talking to at the time. And my reasoning for that was because I was like, okay, I talked to this person for 2 months, and it was long distance, so I wanted to see how it would be when I'm seeing the person in person, and we, interacted to see if it would be worth it. And for now, I just don't think that's gonna work out personally for me. It's, I don't want to be doing things with people for no reason and wasting people's time, wasting my own time. So for now, I'm just single to myself, by myself. But yeah, that's your response for that. Her and I are in communication now, if that matters to anybody, because everybody just seemed to care about that. We do speak, but we're not together. We're, speaking. We, she felt like we needed to talk about the things we needed to work on that we never got to work on while we were together, and whatever the case may be, build a friendship and see where it goes from there. And yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Um, you guys are really appreciated. I was gonna say thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. Have a good night. But you guys are really appreciated, and I don't know how everybody is gonna feel about it. Honestly, not that I don't care about people's opinions or how people feel. Like I told you, y'all are important to me, but ultimately, it is my decision. It is my life, what I decide to do. And if people get disappointed down the line of whatever I decide to do, then that's up to them. But ultimately, this is my life. I can't stress that enough. Even though I'm on social media, at the end of the day, when these cameras go down, when these cameras go off, whoever you may look up to, everybody's different. So when these cameras go off, things change. When these cameras go off, life is different outside of the cameras. So if we took everything and outside of these comments, life is different. So I genuinely appreciate every freaking body. Like, you guys don't even understand. And that's the only reason I'm actually doing this video, and actually address both sides of the story. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. Boom Squad. Y'all lit. We're lit. It's lit. Yeah, I'm out. It's Jayceon here. First name Jayceon, last name Ditto. Jayceon Ditto.